Everyone, welcome to Political Showdown, left, right, middle. And I got Matt back with me. Hey, Matt.
Hello.
How you doing today?
Oh, I'm good.
So, what do you want to talk about today?
Israel war.
Okay, we're going to do that one again.
A lot of news.
Yeah.
South African election and the election in BC.
The election in BC. Why, we have an election in BC?
Yeah.
When's that happening?
October this year.
October this year? Yeah. All right. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know how that's going to go.
Yeah.
But we switch all the time, man, over there.
Yeah.
We've got Greens in there. We've Liberals, PCs. We had Clark there for, God, 3 terms or something.
Yeah.
Christina Clark or whatever her name was. Mm. So, yeah, I'm not really concerned about BC politics anymore. I'm out of there. So, great place to visit, people, though. Absolutely beautiful BC. You forgot one. There's going to be some history made in Mexico.
Yes.
And that is?
First female president.
Is it a president in Mexico or prime minister?
President.
President. So Mexico is going to have their first female prime minister because it's woman versus woman, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know how that's going to go. Man, that's going to be tough. Being leadership in Mexico was not an easy thing, man. Not an easy thing at all. So you want to talk about Gaza again in Israel. What's happening?
Well, there was a strike in Rafah.
Right. Hit the tent or something?
Well, the missiles did not hit the tents. The missiles hit a launch site of Hamas rockets, right. And they exploded, and Hamas put them in a refugee camp.
Wow. You know we do that stuff too, right?
I mean, yeah.
Every country does it so they can hide their shit.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
but you can't do that and then cry a massacre when they respond.
True that. I just wish they'd wrap this shit up. I'm getting tired of these fucking idiots like Putin and Netanyahu and everybody else, an a-hole who knows they're going to jail because there's warrants for their arrest.
Well, I mean, Netanyahu doesn't have a warrant for his arrest.
Oh, yeah, the world.
Well, no, the prosecutor asked for one.
Oh, I thought they issued it last week.
The prosecutor asked one. Last week, the prosecutor asked the 18 judges for one, but it takes months to get one.
Oh, so there we go. Yeah. So look at that.
And also,
months more of fucking
another thing,
wiping things out. Yay.
The ICJ doesn't have ICC rather doesn't have any jurisdiction in Israel.
They don't have any jurisdiction over any country. Yeah. It's the most dumbest court on the planet. Here's an arrest warrant for somebody that you can't even use.
Yeah.
I mean, they wanted to do that to George Bush, remember?
Yeah.
They wanted to call him in, and the states said, fuck you.
Yeah.
So what's the point of having this fucking thing?
Make people feel good.
It's just like,
I think that's...
How much money do you think has been spent on that in every individual country who's part of that? Yeah, lawyers aren't cheap.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, another thing though is if BB Benjamin Netanyahu goes to any country that's even a part of the Rome treaty, they're not going. Most of them aren't going to arrest him anyways.
Of course they're not.
It's not like he plans on going to
he's
South
a problem
Africa again.
Netanyahu's a problem that his own people have to deal with. Start fixing your own fucking countries, people. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
You know? Now, if a bully on the block like Putin decides to come and fucking just try to take you over because he's having a wet dream or a fucking syphilitic fucking collapse. Yeah, I don't live on the 5th floor, bitch, Putin, so you. But anyway, like, a bully happens like that. I kind of like the way the world's kind of handled the Ukraine.
Yeah.
You take care of your own fighting. We'll just keep sending you weapons.
Yeah.
Right?
I think, yeah,
I mean, they could use the help, but I kind of like people trying to take care of themselves. I don't like our guys going over there.
I feel like if Russia, which at this point I don't think is possible, were to to push across the river and take Kiev,
Yeah.
I think Western countries probably would respond.
I
I think Poland would.
I don't think they can.
Poland?
No. I don't think that Russia's...
Yeah.
You got to remember, they started conscripting people to 30 years old. They're up to 60. Why are you conscripting people to help fight a war? I don't understand how the Russian people on the news, when you see your fucking old grandfather or your uncle,
I think
going to war when he's 45 years old.
Very
You can't hide that.
Yeah. The difference is, it's in Russia, the opinions of older people and younger people on Putin massively different. The older people don't really have social media.
Right.
They watch state television.
Right. Fox News, MSNBC, state television. Whatever. They all have agendas.
I mean, yeah, but in Russia, it's like actual state television.
No, because it's it's government ordered TV, right?
Yeah, but but the younger people, they have social media. They have Telegram where they can actually
talk to each other.
Yeah.
All right. You know. And they listen to bands like Pussy Riot. Shout out to Pussy Riot.
I mean,
do you know who they are?
I do, but they're
two of them. I think two of them are Canadian in the band.
I'm not sure the younger Russian people, particularly, big fans of that. They hate Putin.
Oh, and then they love Pussy Riot.
Yeah.
Anytime you have upheaval and shit going on, punk rock shows up.
Yeah.
Always on time, right? The Gulf Wars, you had Rage Against the Machine, right? You had Green Day and shit talking about it. In the 70s, you had the Sex Pistols with the IRA and all that crap.
Yeah.
Right? You had the Sex Pistols show up. You had the Clash. Punk rock seems to find the voice of the people forgotten and the people who are angry with their systems. And right now we're starting to see punk rock on the rise again because of how messed up capitalism has brought North America.
I don't think it's capitalism.
It is capitalism. It's unfettered.
I think
when you have,
I think in Canada it's protectionism.
It's capitalism, dude. Because when you have,
I don't think it's particularly capitalist for the government to say to American corporations, grocery stores, telecommunications, you can't come here. That doesn't seem capitalist.
Well, that's nationalist.
Yeah, that's
a little bit of nationalism there. I don't care about the crossover the states. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you go into a grocery store right now, and you take a picture of that grocery store, and less than 5% is owned by private company, like by mom and pops, like just as somebody trying to make it. The rest is owned by corporations who then they take it and they say, oh, inflation. Yet their CEOs are making millions and millions of dollars a year. And instead of investing back in their company with all their corporate profits, they fucking buy their own stock backs, give them to their stocks, makes their stock goes up. It's a bullshit fake system. It's garbage. It's a Ponzi scheme. Our entire capitalistic society right now is one giant Ponzi scheme, and everybody like you and me and Bob and Frank, and it sucks because we're all part of that Ponzi scheme too. Because if you have a job, chances are you're working for a company who has ties to the companies that run the entire world. And what can you do about it now? I mean, it's gone unfettered for so long. You shut it down now. You can't shut Walmart down. People lose their fucking minds.
Yeah.
Right? They would lose their minds.
You shouldn't either.
Right.
Millions of people would lose their jobs.
Jobs, right. Exactly. It's like people bitching about Amazon. Right? Amazon is supported. Their products come from a lot of the local stores.
Well, yeah.
And nobody talks about that part of Amazon. Just how bad Amazon is to their employees. Right? But little shop here gets an order from Amazon. They're shipping it out. Because they've got their names in Amazon. It's a distribution hub. It's not much more than that.
No.
You weren't around for consumers distributing, were you?
No.
It was Amazon before Amazon grew up, basically, right? You walk in and you look in their catalog like you do online. You'd look in a catalog, you'd write down the number, and they'd go to the back or it'd be mailed to you. Yeah. Same, just like Amazon. Yeah. So a lot slower, a lot, not next day delivery. But anyway, so little tangent there. What do you got on South Africa?
The ANC, African National Congress.
Okay.
Mandela's party.
Yep.
He was the leader. Lost their majority after 30 years.
Yeah.
On the 31st of May.
So what's happening now?
They were hoping they would be able to have enough seats. They wouldn't have to form a coalition with one of the major parties.
Yeah.
But they do not.
Right.
So they'll have to either form a coalition.
We're not going to be going back to apartheid, are we?
I don't think so.
Right. Well, you think after 30 years you'd learn something, but apparently we don't learn anything.
The thing is, there's other parties that don't support apartheid.
Right.
But it's not Mandela's party anymore. It's the party of corruption, of violence.
Right.
It's the party that caused South Africa to descend into chaos now. It's not the Mandela party anymore.
Right. They've hijacked it. These new people have hijacked the party.
They're not particularly new.
Right.
They just let power get to their head.
Oh, imagine that. Power to their head. Where else does that happen?
Because
elections aren't a fucking popularity contest. Yeah. God. That's got to be one of the dumbest statements I've ever heard in my fucking life. Do you not even think, bro? Just use your fucking head. There's a lot of easy shit to fix our own country, too, out there. It's like easy shit we can do. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, but the ANC destroyed the economy.
COVID wiped out everybody.
The situation with farmers is not good.
Right.
They tried to take farms away from white South Africans.
Right.
Give them to black South Africans that have no experience in farming. And now they're begging for the white farmers to come back and take their farms back. Oh. You can't.
And it's not a black and white thing. Yeah. That's a I know what I'm doing and you don't thing. Okay,
yeah. You can't give
The LA Lakers aren't going to call me to fucking play starting center. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how and I suck at basketball.
They also specifically.
Why wouldn't they have training programs?
I don't know. There was.
This is the electric cars all over again.
They wanted. They wanted to give it to black people.
Right.
But there was black people who knew how to farm, and they said, "No, we're going to give them to this guy instead, who doesn't." The same thing happened in Zimbabwe.
We are not going to make it as a species, people. We're not going to make it. I don't see how we can. We are so dumb. You see those things that every other, the European countries are trying out now? When you're driving down the road.
Yeah.
And a big truck goes by you. The whole car shakes.
Yeah.
Because of the wind energy it's creating.
Yeah.
Right? They line them up, these little wind turbines, along the side of the roads now. Now, I don't know how you would do that with Canada with winter. Because of the plows. I mean, they cut the shit out of the roads now when they're plowing. Could you imagine them knocking all that technology off? But there got to be a way that they could put them in a housing. So during the summer months, you could be creating all this energy, and it's inexpensive.
In Germany, though, the thing they got rid of all their coal plants.
Good.
They're reopened them back up.
Why?
Because they lost Russian oil.
Russian oil because of Ukraine, right?
And they refused, and they shut down all their nuclear plants.
See, that's dumb. Nuclear is clean energy.
Yeah.
It's literally now the storage after the fact is the problem, but
Finland figured it out.
Did they? Can they recycle
Put it in a
now?
mountain.
Yeah. How much can you stack in a mountain till that mountain fucking Godzilla comes out?
They figured it out.
Yeah, sure. 5 years from now, out comes Godzilla out of the mountain. We've seen enough science fiction movies to know it's probably not a great idea. It's like this artificial intelligence. Oh my God. Can you do the hard work, please? Stop doing art and writing and music, AI. Look up the shit I need you to look up and fucking clean the floors. I don't fucking need AI to paint a picture. Okay? Leave that to the humans. And certain different animals that got some art skills too. I saw a dog painting video. It was hilarious. They did pretty good too. Like, I mean, he was actually painting something. It wasn't just marks on the wall, right?
Another thing I saw about is the pro-Palestine fraction in the West seems to be breaking up.
Good, because they're a bunch of idiots.
Because today in Philadelphia at the Pride Parade, there was this gay parade, and the Palestinian people came and blocked them.
Right. They're the ones that had the shirts on saying, gays for Palestine. Cool. Yay.
Yeah, go over to Gaza. There won't be enough roofs anymore, though.
Yeah, cockroaches for Raid. Christians for Trump. Same fucking thing. Same thing. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. And I'm not even saying who's right or who's wrong. We've done this a couple times now about who's right and who's wrong. And you can make shit up on both sides, and they both feed us full of propaganda. All I know is in one place, women don't have to be covered up like they're in a fucking self-prison and can't even smile, or they get fucking stoned to death. And on the other side, and gays, fuck that, you're getting thrown off a roof. And on the other side, that doesn't happen.
Today in Tel Aviv, the biggest pride parade in the world happened.
Yeah.
That happened in Gaza. There wouldn't be any more gays anymore.
That's right. Like, so, pick your fight.
There's this one.
Half the world's women are oppressed right now. Mm-hmm. Make that your apartheid. As I heard from Bill Maher last night, it was a great segment.
Yeah,
new rules, really good, really good.
Yeah, it's absurd to say Israel's an apartheid state.
I don't get it.
It's not.
No.
Israeli Arabs and Jews, Christians,
right?
Whatever. They can go. They can go everywhere. The Jewish people can go that are Israeli.
Right.
Israelis are Israelis. They seem to forget that the people in the West Bank.
But the majority are Jews, right? In Israel?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, there's obviously Christians and Arabs.
Yeah.
Like most countries, But yeah, Israel's the only Jewish state.
Yeah, for what do you call that? Just to be open, for transparency, I did a DNA test. I'm 8% Jew. Don't know how that happened. Don't know. Was never told that. Was told I was Native American. Watch out for the police, Was it the PC police? Sorry, I had Indian friends growing up that if you called them Native Americans, they'd be pissed off.
Yeah.
Right. So I never knew where to go there. But I was always told growing up that we were part Native American. Right? Yeah. The closest thing I have to Native American is I have 1% North Mexican. Northwestern Mexican. So, I don't know what sneaky uncle went down and had some fun down there for a little bit. I have no idea. But here's the thing. It doesn't make me pick a side being Jewish. I don't fucking care. I don't. Yeah. Right? I don't base my being on books that were written before 90% of the population could even read. They thought the world was flat, and they thought it was okay to fucking have sex with children. So, nah, I don't base my being on things that start with once upon a time or in the beginning. Yeah. You want to do it? Have at it. Fill your boots, people. Fill your boots. That's what you need, whatever makes you through, whatever gets you through. Because that's what this life is about now, is getting through.
Yeah. I've noticed another thing is many people have seemed to when they say we don't hate Jews, we hate Zionists. They seem to be mentioning a lot of Jewish stereotypes when they say that.
All about the Benjamins.
They're just changing the word Jewish with Zionist.
Right. Oh no, we know it's Jew hate. Yeah. This is the Fourth Reich, man. This shit's been being pumped.
And they say, oh, we're anti-Zionists, so you think you think Jewish Israelis
Yeah.
shouldn't be allowed to live in Israel? That's what Zionism is.
Right. So here's the thing, I can question for you. And here's another thing. You have Trump saying he would have fucking, got all the protesters who were protesting against fucking Israel, they would have been fucking deported. Mm-hmm. Yeah, really? You're going to deport American citizens, you bitch? No. And blah, 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 and we're for Israel, and we're for Israel, the Republicans. Who were all in Charlottetown when their fucking red hat, maggot wearing motherfuckers were chanting, Jews will not replace us, with their tiki torches, and they hugged the Nazis because there were very fine people on both sides. And now you want to save the Jews? Shut the fuck up. Not one Trump has served in the American military in their life. The only service that any military in the whole Trump on his line has ever served was in Germany. He's an evil man.
Yeah, but
he's an evil man, dude. I will not accept Trump. I will not do it. It's not going to happen. He says what he feels. And when he said find people on both sides, he absolutely meant those Nazis. He loves those people. He wouldn't denounce David Duke. He said he didn't even know him, yet he talked to him before. The guy's a shit, and he is a Nazi himself. This goes back to what we were just talking about the hate for Jews and how it's pushed in the media, and everything's propaganda.
I think both the far right and the far left are anti-Semitic. A lot of them.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think
both of them, yeah.
For sure. I wish just people would just fucking stay in their lane and just, who cares what you do? Who cares? Oh, you got to be kidding me.
What?
No, we're good.
Okay.
I thought the fucking camera lens was closed.
Oh.
And we just did this for nothing.
Yeah, but
oh, sorry.
A Democratic state representative said Fetterman is a kike lover.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
Well, let me guess.
Very racial slur.
Yes, I know what that means. No, just kidding. But yeah, we grew up. That's how we grew up, right? Like you call your friend fuckface, right? You're playing your best friends, and you all play Sunday football, right? So you're on the other team. You'll get into a fist fight during the game, and once the game's over, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Like that's how we grew up. It's weird.
I mean, there's in America, there's some Democrats.
Was that what's her name, by the way?
Which one?
That called him a kike. Okay, we're just quoting here. Just quoting. You think I'm fucking anti-Semitic? Great. That called Fetterman that?
I forget her name, but she was from California.
Oh, a Californian, eh?
Yeah.
Was that? No, not what's her name? Not Porter.
No.
Not Katie Porter. She's worried about math and trying to balance people's budgets, right? she's just a mom teacher. She's just a mom math teacher trying to fix budgets. Like I couldn't see Katie Porter getting involved in that. Feinstein's dead. It couldn't have been her.
Yeah, it was a state representative.
State like
our MLAs, pretty much.
So, but they're not in Washington. They're in California.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then I probably don't know who.
Yeah, I'll get the name, but yeah, I mean, there's some Democrats.
The guy's name is Fetterman.
Yeah.
What side do you think he's going to take?
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with everything Fetterman on, but he's a respectable guy. I think
I like Fetterman too.
Yeah.
He's so center, right?
Yeah. Yeah. People were saying even people on the left were saying, he's going to be the most progressive Democrat ever.
He is pretty progressive.
Yeah, but
he's not progressive stupidly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think a problem with AOC.
Right.
I think her progressive is let's make everything progressive on a federal level. That's never going to happen. It has to be on a state level.
Yeah, well.
Because what needs to happen in New Hampshire is different than what needs to happen in Nebraska, Idaho. You can't make a blanket policies on things like that.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm going to tell you, this is going to be a good argument right here. This is going to be good. AOC is younger than us.
Yeah.
Well, not younger than you, but younger than me.
Yeah.
AOC and everybody that's younger than me have been brought up where it has become normalized to make everything the same. Mm-hmm. Every McDonald's looks the same. Every Cracker Barrel looks the same. Every TJ Fridays, right? All the shows are the same, right? They've been conditioning us to make everything not even like readable anymore. It's all the same.
Yeah.
Look at the cars out there. Do you know what the number one car is? Like
F-150?
No, pickup trucks and the crossover like mine.
Yeah.
Right? And they all look quite identical.
Yeah.
Right? No matter what brand it is, you know that's their version of that brand, right? Yeah. It's almost like drugs with generic pills now. Like and if you don't think you're being propagandized, stop kidding yourselves. They've been doing it to us from kids. How do you spell relief, Gen Xers? ROLAIDS. Why? That's called propaganda, and that's called, what do they call it? Indoctrination. Mm-hmm. Because advertisements has learned, and like, here's where I hate capitalism, because they're teaching us that whether you like it or not, we're going to make everything the same.
Yeah.
And we're going to make you comfortable in that. And when it's different, we're going to make sure you people fight over it so you can buy up shit here and buy up shit there. This whole left versus right fucking cancel culture crap where we're canceling you and you're canceling us. All it does is make more people buy it from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a marketing ploy now. Like, sure, cancel me, motherfucker, right? Come on. Stop it.
Yeah. I kind of get why she thinks things should be on a national level,
right?
But they shouldn't be.
I don't see how you can.
Very, very. It's like people in Nebraska need different things from people in New England.
People in the city of Buffalo.
Yeah.
It's different when you go to Rochester.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there will be similarities, dialect. You know what I mean? There'll be similarities, but. It is a completely different life. It's a completely different life here in Martinsville than it is in Saskatoon.
Yeah.
Like,
we're
5 minutes away.
Yeah.
It's just small town and city it's two different lives. And then you go from city, right, big city, to smaller city, to town, to an average town, to a village, to the country.
Yeah.
And those are all completely different, right? What else we got? Anything interesting coming up?
There was in Australia. There's a commission about Barnaby Joyce, former deputy prime minister. Like 2 months ago, his security detail lost him, and they found him on the street, passed out drunk.
So his security detail lost the dude.
Yeah.
In other words, he skipped his security detail to go get fucked up.
Yeah.
Right? To go have some fun because he wanted to feel like a human for once.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I could never be a politician.
And I saw some photos of it a few months ago.
Yeah.
And people came there and with chalk and drew a line of where he was.
That's awesome. Yeah. And people start forgetting, like, you all glorify or whatever, all these people on television, all these idiot people telling you these stories and these, like, fucking Hannity and Tucker Carlson and all these people are controlling everything. Everything, man.
Yeah, there seems...
I can sit there and read posts.
Yeah. And
I can tell you who the fuck you watch. Whether you're watching Rachel Maddow or you're watching Sean Hannity or you're watching Judge Pierre Drunky Bitch or you're watching fucking Ari Milburn. By the way, Ari, you're one of the best in the business, dude. All he does is go, here it is. Here's a lawyer. Here's a lawyer. What's this about? I like that.
Yeah.
That's how the news used to be, where you'd say, he don't give his opinion that much.
Yeah.
Right? Like what he thinks.
Yeah.
He said, this is what happened. Here's the law. This is what can happen.
Yeah.
News should only be who, what, where, when, why, and how.
Yeah.
That's the pillars of journalism. And everybody got prettied up on TV, including the politicians now, right? To sell themselves. They've become products, not purveyors of information. Yeah. I'm a product. I'm producting you right now. Yeah. I'm hoping you watch this show and like and smash that subscribe button. Fuck that. God, I hate that. Yeah, I hate that. Please subscribe to my channel. If you think I'm doing this for any other reason than what?
Subscribe to my Patreon.
Yeah, subscribe to my Patreon. Send me money. Now, if you need it, have at her. I'm not doing this for fucking money. I'm doing this because I'm bored.
You see that video a couple months ago of the Texas House Speaker at like 2 a.m. on the House floor presiding over debate, just drunk out of his mind?
He was drunk on the floor?
Yeah.
I'll
send you the video.
Drunk on the job. Not a good thing. I would not recommend it. You can get
Especially
fired
when you're
that
the
way.
speaker. Well, I mean, he can.
What?
I mean, he can. Well, I mean, I guess technically he did. He did lose his nomination for unrelated reasons.
Right.
You know.
I honestly think if you're in the fucking government and you can lose that job if you can lose the job if you're working at like a McDonald's.
Yeah.
And that behavior is not acceptable at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not saying you're not skilled and I'm not saying it's not hard work. I never work at a fast food restaurant. Fuck that. Too hard. It's like picking fruit, man. I ain't doing that. I did that when I was a kid. I'm like, hell no. You should be happy you get all those immigrants in your country, man. I don't see you guys lining up for fucking 4 cents a barrel or whatever the hell they make, which is ungodly, not right, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but
so.
The speaker was presenting over like a 14-hour session, and he was super drunk.
If he was there for 14, he must have been drinking right in the seat.
Well, he left. He left for a while. He left to go to the washroom.
Yeah.
20 minutes later, he comes back.
He's got the straw in his coat. Right? His policies suck. Can you imagine? Yeah. Well, you know what's hilarious? Our own very first prime minister did that.
McDonald?
He was a fucking trash bag, and he showed up to the first debate or one of the debates when he's first trying to do it, completely obliterated, walked up on the stage, threw up, and all he said was, "See how much my opponent's plan sickens me." Like,
I mean,
that's how Canada was born, baby.
In 1983, the New Zealand Prime Minister was so drunk and angry, he accidentally called a snap election.
He called a snap election?
Yeah.
That's it! Did he win it?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
He increased.
Not too bad.
He got 12 more seats.
Nice. It's not too bad then. Snap election. I think I should quit the job.
I mean, Nixon was always drunk.
I can't get drunk anymore.
Yeah, Nixon...
Yeah, Nixon was a drinker, right?
Yeah, he one time he called the Joint Chief of Staff and told him to nuke North Korea while he was drunk.
What year was that?
71, I think.
Think we'd be in a better place right now if he did?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know. But I mean, you know, I don't really
That's a horrible take.
Yeah, I don't like...
Shouldn't nuke anybody for any reason. Stop it.
I don't like Kissinger.
Right.
But thank God Kissinger was around then.
Yeah.
He's the one who...
Oh, that dirty fuck's dead now, right?
He was the one who called him and said...
Talk about a war criminal.
Let's not nuke them.
Yeah, talk about a war criminal too, though, right?
Well...
Profiteer, war profiteer.
He was a bad guy.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was the bad guy we needed in that situation.
Yeah. Wasn't he like big in the Middle East too with like air fat and that shit back in the day? Like Kissinger had his nose in everything.
Yeah.
He got a little
that was his thing.
What's that?
That was his thing.
Yeah. God. We've had some fucked up people.
Yeah.
Good guys never last. Good guys like Jimmy Carter. That was a good president. Not that he did anything good presidentially.
He
was a good person.
He wasn't a good president. He was a great person.
Yeah.
Like after his presidency.
Yeah. Well, if they would have, the problem was he didn't have the power either, right? Yeah. You all think presidents have power.
Well, I mean, he had the majority in both houses.
Right. What the problem was too is he didn't keep his promise because he got the young vote that year because he was going to legalize weed. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, stoners never forget.
Yeah,
except they forget.
Yeah, you shouldn't say you're going to legalize weed on an election campaign
and then not do it.
Yeah, just know, especially in the 70s, just don't bring it up, and then work in the background with your congressman, with your
the only reason weed was vilified is because of the alcohol.
Yeah.
The power of alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
When you've got people in government that have stocks in Seagrams and stocks in Jack Daniels and stocks in all these fucking alcohol companies, why would they want weed there unless they're buying stocks in the weed first?
Yeah.
They should have saw that, by the way.
Yeah.
You should have jumped on that right away.
Yeah. I think
weed is huge.
Like I think weed should be legal, but it sort of annoys me when people say, "Oh, weed's super healthy. It's just a plant. There's no health risk."
Well, there is.
Well, there is a health risk.
Well, you're being an idiot. You're putting a carcinogen in your lungs.
Yeah, you're smoking.
You're smoking it.
It's the same thing as if you smoke cigarettes or drink alcohol.
Edibles are a safer way on your body, so far that we've found. We don't have 50 years of research on edibles.
Yeah.
That's new shit,
I was reading a study. They said one of the risks with edibles is it's difficult to determine actually how much is in it.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Trust me. I'm on the Veterans Cannabis Program.
Yeah.
Edibles, effective, but even though the gummies are the same, they're not always the same, right? And like you can eat a gummy and you can be high in 10 minutes, or you can eat a gummy and your high don't start for 3 hours, and then it hits you over the head like a hammer, and you've already forgotten that you took a gummy.
Yeah. I mean, right now in the legislature, it's on hiatus right now, but there's a second reading bill passed about marijuana.
Yeah.
Making it, like the containers, how they can be green or whatever, like where the joints come in. Like the containers, like the pack or whatever.
Right.
It would make it the same color as the like cigarette packs you buy from the store.
Oh God! Stop it, people.
It's going to be the only one, and also that you can't have names, like fruity names, like.
Fuck off, okay? Fuck off with that. Stop it. It's not going to work with smoking. It never worked with alcohol. You tried all this shit all the fucking time. Kids are going to be kids. Kids are going to experiment with shit. It's what you do when you're a kid. Stop it. Knock it off. The shit's legal. Let the adults decide, okay? Knock it off. Because if you start fucking changing brands now, there are people that use this as medication. And now they can't find their medication because you done stupefied it up so fucking stupidly. Stupefied it up so stupidly. That was a great one. But you know what I mean? Like, this bullshit packaging does not deter one single person from fucking doing anything. It doesn't. You've been putting limp dicks on the thing on your fucking cigarettes for years and people still smoking.
Yeah, I mean now they have warnings on individual cigarettes.
I know, it's ridiculous.
The
only person you're helping is the printing factory.
I think
that's it.
Like I think the government thought it was gonna make people think, oh, maybe I shouldn't smoke cigarettes.
Oh, bullshit!
But now it's just gonna make like teenagers think
it's the warning.
This is super cool.
It's the warning symbol when we grew up when they decided that explicit lyrics are on this fucking album. Kids beware. Kids beware my ass. Kids go, getting that one. Getting that one. Do you think NWA and Eminem and Twisted Sister and Iron Maiden and everybody else, you Two Live Crew, and everybody else you tried to destroy with your fucking label system, Tipper Gore, do you think that actually worked, or did you think that didn't make us go, oh, that's forbidden? I'm getting some of that. And if you don't know what the fuck you did, then you're an idiot. And you don't understand human nature. What do you think the biggest thing on the internet is? And it's always the biggest thing because for some reason people are a bunch of pervs. Porn. More porn gets checked out than books. More porn gets watched than real news. More porn gets watched than anybody reads the news.
Yeah.
Why? Because you don't want us to watch it. So what do the people do? Oh, I gotta go watch that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. There was a segment. I have never watched the movie myself, and I will never watch it because I watched the reactions of people watching this movie, and it was called 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Yes, that bad. Yes. So, there was a whole viral moment before what people even knew what viral was. One of the most virally watched things when YouTube first came out was people watching 2 Girls, 1 Cup, their reaction. That was the start of reaction videos, for God's sakes. And it was hilarious. People threw up. People were throwing up watching this video. And why did people watch the video? Because people were saying, oh, you don't want to watch that video. So people went, yeah, maybe I want to watch the video. You don't want to watch the video. You don't. Trust me, you don't want to watch the video. If you watch the reactions you do ever want to watch, I don't ever want to watch that video. Ugh. So gross. Have you seen the reactions?
No.
Look up 2 Girls, 1 Cup reactions. Seriously. It's hilarious. You're not watching the movie.
Okay, good.
You're just watching them watch the movie. Oh, man. Anyway. So is that about it?
Yeah.
I think that's all we had in our thing. That's awesome. I got a lot of editing to do on this one. But that was cool. Thanks for watching Political Showdown. That was Matt. Say bye, Matt.
Goodbye.
Have a good day.